Hello and welcome. This is a continuation of our series in this AutoCAD 2017 tutorial lesson. We have talked about the draw toolbar, we've talked about the modify toolbar, annotation toolbar, the layers toolbar, the block toolbar. The properties toolbar is the next that we want to talk about now. So from the properties toolbar, you see what we call match properties. Match properties, by the time you take your cursor there, it will explain what it means. It means it applies the properties of a selected object to other object. So if you want to apply an object and now take it to the other object, you match the property. So let's see how it works. You left click on the match properties. A box like a pick box, your cursor will change into a picked box. You now go to where you want to take the property from. Assuming you want to match this yellow and blue property into this one, so you now left click on this property. By the time you left click, you can see a brush showing on top of that pick box. This is telling you that you have activated the match property brush like tool. You now take that pick box into where you want to change. Can you see that the property now is the same as where we are taking it from? You now left click again and drop it. By the time you drop it, you press enter. That means you have ended your command. You can now see that the property of the other one is not the same as the second one. So that's how you make use of properties. There are some other properties too that you need to take note of. The first one that we can see here under the properties toolbar is called by layer. By layer means that where the layer of each of the layers that we have already formed in the layers property. You know, we talked about the layer properties. Each of your drawing must have its own layers. So the by layer is where you can change the color of this your property of each of the properties that you have already separated. So anyone you can see here, even if you need more colors, you click more colors, you go to more colors that you desire in AutoCAD. So that's how my layer works. This one is pertaining to the line weight. If you want to talk about the thickness of your line, this is where you can give your line weight thickness. So as me, we want to give this line a thickness, you click on it, you go to by layer, you now see all the millimeters you have. Let's assume we take 0.5. By the time we take 0.5 and we now zoom on it, we can see that our layer has changed to this thickness, which is now coming at 0. Can you see now 0.50 millimeters in thickness? So that's that for the by layer. But you notice something, that when we click it into 0.5, we couldn't see the difference. There's a place where you will activate the line weight to show. We will still talk about that in the subsequent lessons when we are doing our proper lessons, when we start doing shapes, when we start drawing our plans and so on and so forth. We will talk about it in the subsequent lessons. So this one too, by layer, is for continuous. If you want this order, if you click it, you to take it to another dialog box where you can change your line type. Maybe you want to have a continuous line, or you want to have a dashed line. If you want to load some other lines, you go to load, you click load, you see other type of lines that you desire, dash, ISO dash, whatever you need, just click it. And once you click it, assuming you pick this center line, you now pick OK. Now it has come out here. So you can left click on this and click OK. So that means if you want to turn this layer into that center line, you click it, you go back to this place and you go and click it. It's already showing here. You just click it and it has also turned to center. By the way, I told you again that you might not see it very well now. We're actually going to deal with all those hiccups in the future lessons that we are still going to have, for you to be able to see all those changes that you are making. I just want you to have an overview for now in these lessons that we are still doing. Now the other tool that I want you to take note of, they call it, is under utilities toolbar. It's called measure tool. Under measure tool, we have the distance, we have the radius, we have the angle, we have the area, and we have the volume. Of course, distance is used for lines from point A to point B. Radius is used for circle, while angle is from two lines. If you want to measure angle of two lines, if you want to get the area of any shape, each one is useful for it. And if you want to get the volume of a shape, and I want us to talk about all these ones in the next class. Thank you.